Hi everyone, I'm Craig Matheson. I'm the product manager at Securexchange. We're very excited to introduce a set of innovative features designed specifically for real estate agents, lawyers, and conveyancers. These new additions aim to streamline the property transaction, making them faster and more efficient for our clients. So let's delve into some of the features and explore the benefits they bring to all Securexchange users. One key feature I wanted to highlight today is the ability for real estate agents to effortlessly request 66Ws. Simply navigate to the platform and log in. I've set up a property sale earlier. So once you have a purchaser invited into the property sale, simply navigate to the left-hand side of the purchaser space. You'll see some actions. One of those actions is to request a 66W certificate. So the purchaser's now been notified. So let me just show you what they receive from their end. The purchaser receives an email letting them know that you've recommended waiving the cooling off period. Now the purchaser can action this by clicking on the link, which will navigate them into Securexchange, into this workspace. They will enter the multi-factor authentication code. It will land them on this page right here. Now we give the purchaser two options. They can upload the 66W if they have obtained the 66W externally. But the cool feature here is that they can request this from their representative. All they need to do is enter in the name of their conveyancer or lawyer and the email of the lawyer. Once that's submitted, the lawyer's now received an email letting them know that the purchaser has requested a 66W be created. Now, for lawyers or conveyancers, the ability to create a 66W certificate will always be in your purchase matters. Here's one I set up earlier that was requested by the client, but this option will always remain in your purchase matters. So you can simply click on Create 66W certificate to get it started. Now, for the first time that you ever do this, you'll be able to insert some crucial details, such as your middle name, if required, and your qualification, along with your address. Now, these details will save on your account for future use, so it's just a one-off time that you need to do this. You can also amend the vendor's middle names or purchaser's middle names if required. Simply click on Review 66W certificate. And wait for that to load. And we'll see the 66W certificate has been prepared for us. Confirm all the details. And using DocuSign, you can sign it directly through the platform. Click on Finish. And once that's finalized, it will be shared with all the parties that are inside that workspace. So here we can see the 66W certificate has been provided and uploaded into the workspace. And this particular matter, it's been shared with the real estate agent and the purchaser who requested this. Another feature that we've introduced, we're very excited to share, is specifically for real estate agents who are using Agentbox also. We've introduced some integration with the platform. Now, to enable this integration, simply get in contact with us. We will handle the setup. Once enabled, creating matters becomes seamless for you. So let me show you a quick overview of how that happens. When you're in the platform, simply click on Add Property as you always do. Now, rather than filling out the form yourself, this will read all your active listings in your Agentbox program. Search for the address that you're working on. It'll take you to the new property sale form that's been pre-filled for you. Now you can still amend all these details here. So enter mobile numbers if you haven't done that in Agentbox. And it'll also pick up the documents that you have in that active listing. So let me just select the contract here. So what we're really trying to do is save you time. So this property sale has now been created and is essentially linked to that matter in Agentbox. Now you can always unlink matters by clicking on the three dots in the top right-hand corner to unlink. For example, you might have linked it to the wrong property. So we give you the ability to unlink this. You also picks up the inquiries in your active listing as well. So you can easily add a purchaser like so. So this will pre-fill the form as well. Pressing continue adds that purchaser. Inside the workspace, I demonstrated how we can upload contracts, but you can upload any document in your Agentbox matter very easily. Now I want to demonstrate one of our newest features, the two-contract workflow in New South Wales. We've introduced this and it's been designed to mirror your real-world process. Securexchange allows you to choose a contract status that dynamically guides you through the stages of your workflow, whether it's a draft contract, a contract with an offer, a contract signed by purchaser, or you're ready to exchange. Securexchange adapts to your needs. Let's break down each of these statuses. The draft contract. Now for real estate agents, just imagine you received this contract back. It's the marketing contract and you're ready to list this property and receive offers. Contract with offer. So this could be when you have received an offer, whether it's on the document itself or externally through emails, and you'd like to use Securexchange AI automation to intelligently insert the crucial details on the front page of the contract for you. Now, contract signed by purchaser. This status is for when perhaps the other side of the transaction, the purchaser's representative, has completed the signing outside of the platform. So you may have received the contract back from the buyer signed, and you want to send this off to the vendor to complete the signing. Now, ready to exchange, lastly, this status is for when you've received the contract back signed by both sides, and you're looking to use Securexchange to finish the dating and exchanging. Also wanting to take advantage of the automatic emails that are sent out to the relevant parties. So for this demonstration, I'll select the draft contract, and I'll take you through the workflow from the start to finish. Simply select the contract and create the matter. Once you've got the matter created, what you can do is add a purchaser into the workflow. So for vendors representatives, we need to insert the purchaser's representative's details as well. And then also the purchaser. So we understand you won't always have the details of the purchaser, such as email addresses or mobile numbers. You're not required to enter any of these. What you can do is simply upload the new contract. Anytime you upload a new contract, you'll be asked to select the contract status. So if it is signed by the purchaser and you want to just use the platform to send to your vendor, simply select contract signed by purchaser. You won't be required to invite the purchaser into the platform. But because we're doing this from start to finish, I did want to show you how to send it out to all parties when they are all invited in. So now let's send this contract out for signing. Simply select send for signing. You have the option here to send it to the purchasers only, or maybe you're ready to send it to both sides. Press continue. And you'll see that the AI has input the tags on the correct spot on the contract. Now, if the offer details were included in this purchaser, they would be also included on the document. Simply click finish and send. And from your point of view, you're waiting for the contract to be signed. We can see the status here of the contract pending both sides. So let me show you how it works for the vendors and the purchasers that you're sending these documents to. Firstly, let's go to the purchaser. The purchaser has received an email here with a link attached. Purchaser would click on the link and it will take them to the MFA input screen. So we will automatically send them a text message with a 6-digit code. Purchaser would insert the code into the modal. They're granted access into the workspace. Straight into the DocuSign envelope, they can complete the sign-in request that you've asked them to do. Once it's finished, it takes them back into the workspace where they can also see the status of the contract. Now, similar journey for the vendor. So let's just go to their email. They've also received a sign-in request. They click on the link, takes them to the MFA screen again. They'll enter the 6-digit code, and they can complete their signing. So as you can see, it's a very easy process for your clients. So let's dive back into what you receive from your side. You'll be notified once the contract signing has been completed. You can then access that document. Let's just refresh this page. We can see the status is updated here. If I click on this, we can also check on the status of the signing. Now, imagine that there was more than one signer. You can actually see who signed and who hasn't. That's on the purchaser contract and the vendor contract. Both clients have signed this one, so I'm ready to date an exchange. With the introduction of the 2-contract workflow, we sped up the exchanging process and reduced the number of clicks by 5 times. We can see the dates auto tagged onto the document, and this is ready to be dated and exchanged. We'll give you this modal here just to let you know who will be receiving this exchange contract. And these parties will automatically receive an email with the completed document attached. And that's the 2-contract workflow for New South Wales. And just to finish off, I wanted to highlight some features that you may or may not be aware of that you have the ability to do within Securexchange. Firstly, we've introduced the ability for you to add members of your team to support you within a workspace. So what I'm going to do is just add another matter here. And right at the top, you have the option here to actually select who is involved in this property sale. This is handy for administrative staff who perhaps want to set up the workspace for their lead conveyancer or lead agent and keeps them in the loop of what's happening in the workspace. So let's just go ahead and set one up here. I'll upload a contract. And these can dynamically be changed as well. Now, the person who's representing, they'll be the person that's visible to your clients. So any action I set up from the workspace and send out will have Joel Fury's name on it. Now, another feature that we've introduced that you may not be aware of, when you're adding a purchaser, we got a lot of feedback from our clients saying that they wanted to prevent the purchaser receiving the invitation email. You wanted the first email that the purchaser receives to be the one that you're asking them to action, whether it be signing or sharing bank account details. Now, when you add in a purchaser, simply untick this box here, and this person will not receive that introduction email. They will be invited into the workspace, so you can proceed with setting up the action that you want them to complete. So whether it be a send for signing action, that will be the first email that this purchaser receives. And lastly, it would be remiss of me not to remind all our clients of the number one feature in Securexchange. Securexchange was designed to allow you to share and request bank account details in the most secure way in a conveyancing or property matter. In every workspace you have, you've got actions on the left where you can request payment and nominate your trust account to share with that party. To do this, ensure that your trust account details are attached to your Securexchange account. The Securexchange team will contact you and verify the details that you've input, and we lock them in our system as trustworthy. This allows you to share them confidently with your clients. Similarly, you can always request bank account details from your client, like so. And once you've submitted that request, your client receives an email and they can access the workspace and securely provide you with their bank account details. Now, as always, funds are backed by $1 million InfoTrack guarantee. There is no safer way to share and request bank account details than to do so through Securexchange.